You know them, ladies and gentlemen. Our world champions, Riccardo and Yulia, here today with us live on Dance Talk. Welcome.
Hi guys.
Thank
Hey
you
guys.
to having us.
Thank you. Yes, we made it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, finally.
So where are you guys located?
We are in New Jersey, Jersey City.
Jersey City.
How's
Yeah.
the weather over there?
Star of the Liberty.
Yeah, we see always Our Lady here.
Yeah,
Oh,
back
wow.
Nice view.
Is it
Yeah.
a beautiful day, or what's it like in New Jersey today?
Oh, it's beautiful. Look.
We actually.
Wow, that's a great view. I love it.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
nice and it's a beautiful weather. So it's
Finally, it's a
pretty
beautiful
cool.
weather.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, those neighborhoods right by the river, they look very nice. Like you have an overview of a Manhattan. That's lovely.
Yeah,
I
it's
used to stay in Fort Lee, New Jersey, right next to Tappan Zee Bridge. I used to love that area. Whole Foods and
Nice area.
walk.
big development right now. Big
Yeah.
development.
Yeah, right.
So I have this, like, you guys were so ahead of time. You have your new app that came out. Khoros is the name, and you just were a step ahead of all of us here. So tell us a little bit about that and how the idea came about.
It's actually quite funny because we are late with it. It's
Yeah.
supposed to
Late.
it's supposed to start before all this lockdown. It's already like what 10 months
Since,
we're working on.
August, yeah, we start to working on it.
And technology is so beautiful, but it's so unpredictable. And
Yes. It seems like easy, but it's so many things.
you try to fix
Whoa.
one things and 10
Yeah.
more falling apart, and it's just like
Yeah.
upload, download. There's like drain. It's not like a rumba cha-cha-cha, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
You just
it's
keep
not a rumba
practicing.
walk.
Yes. But you see, look at this technology. We talk to you and to so many people. Definitely, yeah, Khoros start with the one idea they suggest to us, one person, it's Chris. It was his idea. And actually, we were planning, after we finished to dance, retired, I was like, I want to go to this holiday. Finally, we're going to go not 3 days, not 5 days, and with the gym there.
Yeah.
But we go for 2 weeks. And that's it. And we're gonna we're gonna be so nice. I'm so looking forward to this. And then with this project, actually, we get busy even more than we were dancing.
So it didn't happen.
But it's the best things happen because
True.
anyway we are locked
is.
down and we cannot go nowhere and everything has to be done,
Yes,
from where you are.
yes.
So we couldn't travel anyway.
It's kind of cool project. Why? Because I'm coming from small city in Russia, Belgrade, and he's from Italy, Terni.
Small one.
Very small. And how we learn to dance by videos, by all this cassette, all this, just
Right.
and doing it. And now when
The new generation doesn't even know what is that.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
know.
It's
I
a-
know.
Hey, they used to get stuck in a DVD and you pull it out and you like tie it out.
And you need a pencil to rewind the tape.
Yes, exactly. That's the
yes.
one.
So that's what we start with. That for us, any information was so precious to us. And we're starting by any information. We're looking. We were so desperate for this information before, and we learn like this, even not knowing even English.
Right, trying to guess, right?
Yeah, try to guess and copy honestly with you, and try to understand by your kind of imagination what they're doing. So for us, I'm like, why not? I know we have so much information, so much knowledge, experience, and what to do? Die with this? I think it's a great. No, we're not dying yet. I hope not.
Julia, you sound
I
like
know.
85 already, dear.
Yes, I'm depressed for this lockdown.
She's like, let me out.
Yes.
But let me ask you guys, like, are you learning yourself how to do all of this technical stuff, or do you have a team behind it?
Well, originally, we
Yes.
had a budget to spend on the people coming and teach us how to do,
Supposed to
right?
be.
Or even like, of course, we employ a company that did all the rest of the application and everything else. But like everyday running of an application, we thought it would finish, but actually it's every day something,
Every day we're learning.
and especially I had to learn
He's
how to
a
cut videos
IT
because
guy now.
because because like when certain things that you don't like to go there, like, okay, when it's live experience, everything is there, it's straightforward. So any mistakes, any problem is going through, it's gonna be there no matter what. But then when you upload the stuff, you can choose what to create or what you don't create. So
Right.
you know, so we had to learn how to cut and upload and all blah 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 stuff
I
like
started
this.
to learn how to speak and all the stuff.
She's like, I finally learned English.
Yeah, exactly.
Even after living like 18 years.
But
here.
you hate, you know, like since I guess we one thing we learn a lot is like to be a dancer. It's beautiful because you go there, you perform, and even the people asking after the show, they show you the video. After the competition, they show you the video. You choose to look or not look. But now you have no choice because you have to look. You have to look, and the worst, you have to listen. So even when you listen yourself speaking, and you're like, oh my God, why people think I have like a strong Italian accent? It's not true. And then you look like that. Then you look the video, you're like, yes, it is.
Okay. Like this, all.
And it's like, okay, whatever.
And me, Russian teacher, yes, you should do, and actually you must do, and I'm like, yes, relax.
Yeah. It's a lot of to learn. It's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
But how we said, Khoros was starting as a dream because all this year we were very blessed to travel the world and meet the people. And
so why the name Khoros?
Why Khoros? Khoros, well, it originally was a different name, and we had to change it because of the royalty of the name. Like you cannot, you have to use. We would love to have used something attached to dance.
Yeah, we tried to find any, you know,
sky dance, you know, virtual dance or line dance and whatever.
But dance, everything taken and everything you cannot. You can use, but it's you cannot.
If it's a long-term business, you might find somebody bigger than you asking for the money of the rights of the name. So what we tried to do by advice, it was to have like a name that is reminding what we use, but not to use to this dancing business.
Yeah, just create your own word, and we're like, that's cool. Why not?
We searched from Latin and Greek, and Khoros. It was like a group of people singing and dancing.
But it's CH.
But it was CH, Choro. And Choros is also perfume. So we tried to search what was the best things to do. And with a K, it's more straightforward. As you know, like CH in Italian is a K, but in English is a C. So even like a ch. So when you say like a Cocchi is Italian, but if you put in America, it's Cocchi. Sciavo, schiavo, like baricci. So it's a lot of misunderstanding, depends on the language you're in. And KO, it's no misunderstanding, is a ko. So we went for Khoros, because originally it was like Skydance was like the original name, and we love the way it is, and it become like all together. So we choose to put Khoros.
Yeah,
all together.
And actually for every language, it's a little bit easy. Like let's say for us, for Russian or Asian, like CH could be pronunciation like a little bit difficult.
Right.
But KOROS, it's kind of clear.
Except in Japanese, that they said like Khoros means like a killing or something like this. Like, and we're like, what? we don't mean it. We don't mean it, that part. So no one has that.
I'll kill you.
Yes, exactly. If you don't sign up, no, just let's be careful right now.
Oh my goodness.
So you guys obviously learning a lot through this application, and so it never stopped for you, huh? From dancing learning to now all kinds of other learning.
And stay in shape. I was finally, I can relax. No, you cannot. No, keep dancing.
It's interesting because teaching was very much a tactile situation. You know, like you can express, you can say the words, but then again, if you touch a body, you can twist it, you can pull an ankle, you can fix an arm and things like this. Now, virtually, you cannot do it. Right. So even sometimes when they copy, you have to mirror them, and like this, they can have the same side, but you have to learn like the right way to express the concept. And it's in so many different languages that's it's like, yeah, as you said, is a learning experience.
But I must say, you know, I was thinking it would be not possible to teach, but actually it is possible, even virtual. I know it's different. It's completely different. You have to deliver differently information. I used to like take the person and doing. Now you cannot. You have to really show, explain everything. And but it is possible. I see a lot of improvement, even with some students what we're working. It's still they're improving. I'm like, I'm surprised. Wow.
As long as they have the camera on the right place, you see the improvement.
Yeah.
I had a funny experience because now with the quarantine we were all teaching online, but I had to show sliding doors to someone, right? So when I stand in front of the camera and I'm doing it, but then if they want to mirror it, they go from the other leg, and they literally like made a comment and they said, can you do sliding doors all with the other leg? And I'm like, let me try. So I actually did it. It was the weirdest thing, but in order for them to repeat, I had to do it with the wrong leg. And I was like, wow. Do you guys have to do that too?
Well, kind of.
We have to turn back to them and kind of behind us. And
do the drills. They have to kind of following what you're doing. Otherwise, they don't understand. When it's front, it's like, it's confusing for them.
Right.
Yep.
But the best part is like when you get, you know, like you're in front of the camera, you see what's happening. So you turn the back and you start to teach and you go there and it's like, hey, one more time. And assuming everything is that you turn around and they're like, and like, oh, what's happened? The video froze. And it's like, where did you stop? Oh, well, actually at the beginning. So it's like, 10 minutes. Like, okay. So, yes, like, oh no, don't tell me that. So yeah, it's happened also that one.
Yeah. You know, it's always great to record your lessons because recording is on you. And if they didn't get the file, you can always just send it to them.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
copy or stream again. Do it.
Exactly. If you want a full lesson without the stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
You can pay this much money. Exactly. And you get the information again.
You can rewind as many times as you want to.
So do you have plans right now for what you're going to do once the whole quarantine is lifted? Do you already have something lined up? Do you know if you're going to start traveling, or are you going to exclusively work on that on Khoros, or are you having shows planned? What is your idea for the medium future, let's say?
Yeah, honestly with you, the world where we are so unpredictable and a little bit scary in a way, because I never happened in my life to not knowing what is going to be, what we're going to do. Everything planned, you know. I had a schedule and I'm like this, I like to plan. We do this. We're planning 2 years advance and everything. But now you're like, you don't know what it's going to be. Even like somebody asking me, will be Blackpool still on? Like at August. I said, I don't know, honestly. One day seems like it's not possible at all. Another day it seems like everything opening up and looks like okay. You never know. It's so difficult to plan. We had a shows planned, of course, but again, we didn't even dance those shows. I mean, we're dancing still, but I already scared. I never had this experience to not practicing, honestly, with you. Now, how am I going to do it? I said, Riccardo, maybe just rumba.
Muscle memory comes back like this. You can
maybe. I don't know. Everybody's saying this, but I have this fear already. I don't know.
Yes.
And me. But definitely, yeah, we are planning continue with Khoros for now. We are still going to teach on regular, hopefully when it's everything open up. But that's our kind of future for now, the develop app, because it's a lot we can develop. It's just needed time and, you know, the work into. And yeah, for sure, we're going to also judge. We have some also invitation for judging, but let's see.
2021, 2022. At this point, we don't know what's going to happen.
We don't know.
We have even a show for August, right?
Yeah, we do. And I'm like, woohoo.
You know, it's difficult to say what's next. Definitely, Khoros was part of our plan to have like 3 days a week where we were like, you know, home based, and we were able to control and do all the stuff, and the rest of the week with the weekend to travel. And of course, we cannot leave the dancing business. I mean, the dancing business is our second home, if it's not the first home. And meeting people, teaching, going around, meeting. You know how important is that one? That's part of it. It's like if you are organizer of competition, you know how important it is to meet the people. It's the same things. It's a slightly different because now you're teaching online and they can see you online. But I think also what we all do is it cannot be replaced by just the virtual side of it. People need to see you no matter what. The physicality of it, it's important. And we are not planning to leave, but definitely we decided to give a big slowdown from the traveling, because before we felt like a gypsy. We were never home.
Been home.
Like I don't think
so long here.
In 10 years the suitcase has been there that long and have some dust on it.
Right, normally, they got dusty, right?
Normally the suitcase was next to the door, if not was in a closet ready to pack, and now it's like 3 months they're there and it's like, okay,
but
what's
it's
happening?
So nice to be home. I like
question about being home, because you guys, you know, when the regular person sees you out on the dance floor, you are next to superhuman beings. You're like the epitome of perfection and discipline and being great in shape. Honest to God, like now we're all in quarantine, and even myself, I had the odd ice cream dinner and things like that. Do you do that? Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. You guys do that?
Yeah, but you need, the good things is like you can see it. So it doesn't matter.
You can only see your head, right?
Right. No, it was fun because one of the things, like straight after October, when it was the last competition, and in December we met everybody else in Dublin, in us and things like. So the people's like, so how is feeling to be retired? It's like, we had an ice cream. And they start to laugh.
No, we always
like, no.
It's not like we're...
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I have to be careful. Me personally, I have to be careful because I'm older than you. No, you're still good in shape, but...
Let me ask you this question. Like, I personally retired at 29. I was like, okay, that's it. I'm done. Bam. Out of here.
Way too early and too good. I remember you danced, Elena.
Yeah. But what made you continue to go for so long? I mean, 10 times world champion is just insanely awesome, but I don't think me personally, I could have done it. So what was your drive?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, and a lot of people are...
Short memory. Like, we don't know what happened, so we just look forward.
Hello? I'm still dancing?
Forward.
Hello? I'm still dancing? Yeah.
You know, I heard one time that the secret of happiness is a short memory. So you're always happy for what is happening and never remember what is left, you know? In a way, dancing, it's been the same things. It's been a constant challenge. And we were lucky that physically we were able to do it. We had some, stop by some injury that make us think about it. But Yulia said before, normally we had the schedule for 2 years in advance. And it's always difficult to say to organize a not, except of course when you decide that it's time and you start to plan the future, and then you start to think like, okay, the time, the life clock is stopping, so you want to have a little bit of life, you want to have a family and things like this. So then become like a priority. But till then, I don't know how did we make it 10 times. We just keep going.
For me, it's easier. Why? Because the dancing was something different than my normal life. I'm in a normal life, it's a little bit introvert, and I'm a little bit different person. And in dancing, that's, I think, who I am actually.
An animal.
No, I'm not.
I love that.
Yes. Yeah.
Catching up with you.
No, it's really where is my heart belong, and that's why I live there. I was scared actually to stop because I didn't know what I could do. Really, I don't know what to do. I love dancing so much, and I love challenge also. I love challenge because that's how I lived, and how I get probably my result by challenge myself completely, and that's what is drove us. And when we get the result, and then you start to kind of enjoy this all the work what you
enjoy
done.
The pain.
Yeah. The payoff.
It's kind of different. Enjoy. Yeah, it's kind of, people say like, why you continue? But it's kind of, you just get there and you start to develop something. It start to develop in our, we start to understand each other. It start to develop to something. I won't say it was easy. No, the journey also, it's quite difficult as well. We're all humans and feelings and everything. Was the time also I want to just stop, but then in 5 minutes, okay, continue. But definitely I love them. And people say like, but what is behind people? They're also waiting for the title and everything. But then I'm looking at myself. I went to this moment all my life. I put everything. I left home. I just want a success. I want to dance. And then I just stopped because to give it away. I know it's a little bit selfish. I know what to say. But I think it was also a pleasure to have this when you reach this and actually enjoy it. Yeah, because it was not easy. It was like people maybe
you absolutely deserve it, and you had to enjoy it as much as you could. I think it's just earned, you know.
Yeah.
And now that you are married,
and you already
exactly
10 times,
beautiful
and
memories.
It's already time to stop if we want a family, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's my question. Now that you're married and cocooning, and we're in our holidays, is there plans for children coming into your family?
We are really
direct the focus.
We would love to. We would love to.
Yes.
Yeah, anytime welcome. So when God will
is ready to give us, we take it.
Yes, we'll take it for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure.
This
want
is
to get
amazing.
I'm ready already.
Oh, that's great. So this is amazing. You can share your and build your army through the internet, and hopefully be more home to relax and enjoy each other's company. Amazing.
Yeah. No, you know what is beautiful? I mean, of course, Khoros, now we are part of it, so because we started the idea and we work on, so we are blessed to be able to do that. So, but actually, how we see in the future is a platform where everybody can have access to the best information. So, of course, is sharing also the view of it, right? So if people see the opportunity to do it, to give them the possibility to do it, it would be great. But again, there is a lot of people don't believe it, and hopefully after this kind of lockdown situation where they find themselves only a necessity, that if they can touch the soul of other people through internet only, they can see the opportunity to open up the world to one place. Because ultimately, you know, like we've been divided, like we more or less started all together, all of us, and we were one big organization, and slowly become split in 2, then in 4, then in 8, and now 16. It's just like
it's not the same anymore.
It's not the same anymore, and people think like, yeah, I succeed on my small things when and leaving the bigger side of one big group. That's what it's supposed to be. Like the world, it is one big world. The dancing world, it is one big dance world. Now, if you don't like what you like, what you find, how the way they treat you, when you think they treat you, that's one thing. But we all are connected through the love of dancing. Ultimately, we love what we did, and we continue to do, and we will die for it because it's something that we feel like very attached on. But we don't die yet.
Not yet. We're still kicking.
Exactly. It's beautiful.
Keep on going.
All right, guys. I wanted to let you know that with each single guest, we do a little quiz. So we're going to quiz you with like about 10 questions. They're totally random. And just gotta go fast. Whatever comes into your head first. No overthinking, no over-explaining. Yeah, just go. Girl, who's quizzing today?
I am going to do the quizzing today.
Yay.
So my first question would be, if you had to time travel, where would you go?
Answer both or just one?
Both. You each.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had to time travel, where would you go?
Italy.
Mexico.
The time travel.
The
time travel. Time travel. 2015.
That's very specific.
Yeah.
1981.
Back to Russia?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, what?
When I born.
When I was born.
How do you describe yourself in 3 words?
Stubborn, short, Italian.
I love it.
Honest, hard worker, and
Russian. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
If you can't sleep at night, what do you do?
Oh, What are we doing?
Watching the phone.
Yeah, probably. Same.
Now for sure. Just
Yeah.
the phone goes.
Media.
What is your favorite body part?
What?
But
Say again. What is the favorite?
probably the back.
Body part.
A body part.
Probably the back. Lower.
Arms.
If you had a magic wand, what would you change about each other? One thing.
Nothing. I don't want to change.
Better
anything.
not to change. You don't know.
I don't know if I would like the next one, so keep it the way it is.
What is the best advice you ever gotten?
Working hard pay off.
Give something to the people. Whatever you do, that the people could feel.
Be a giver.
Be a giver.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you had to play in a movie, who would you be?
A movie.
Brad Pitt.
Angelina Jolie.
Love it.
And Mrs. and Mr. Smith, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's probably our life, you know. Like,
Like it, since you traveled so much, right? Now you get
Trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
we always tried. We no one succeed, but we always tried.
What is your hidden talents?
Cooking.
Mhm.
I can cook now.
Yeah, I thought it was cooking till she started to cook. So I believe now it's probably IT. Probably I like electronic anyway.
Gadgets.
Gadgets, yeah,
All
I
the
love it.
gadgets.
One thing that you're afraid of?
Snake.
Stop dancing.
Still dancing. I love that.
I already stopped.
Yeah.
What is the most extreme thing you ever done besides dancing?
Moved out from Russia, I think. That was scary. I didn't know.
The most extreme things I did motorbike race.
Oh, wow. You did it?
Yeah, I didn't succeed. I spent too much money on paying for the stuff, but I did it. Yeah, but it was something I loved. Yeah, back in Italy.
That's cool.
Who was your favorite coach?
Donnie Burns for me.
Probably Donnie. For sure. The last part with Yulia, Donnie, and before Espen. I really had I'm very faithful to one person. You know, on the first part when I was dancing with Joanne was Espen 100%, and now it's 100% Donnie.
If you had to describe your favorite vacation, where would it be?
Ocean, somewhere. I love ocean. Not to swim, actually, but just watch. That's a like.
Yeah, probably ocean, yes.
Yeah?
Philippines.
Oh.
Probably. The best we had was Boracay. So we love it.
Boracay, yeah.
That would be all for the quiz, but I do have one question. If you had to give an advice to the audience,
yes,
what would you say to them?
Okay, this time here is quite critical time for everybody because they feel like not inspired, and they feel like they've been pushed down from the world, like locked down in a house, and they feel like almost like they cannot do anything. But I would use this time to collect the mind, the memories, the thoughts, and focus in one direction. You know, we always try, all of us, I guess we moved to America also in order to survive and to achieve something. And along the way, we lost our direction in where to go because we tried to cover up so many things. And I think one best things for me right now is just to focus in what you want for the future. Think about what you want for the future and invest in it. It's not about, no one gonna give you the future no matter what, and nothing is 100% sure. So you better earn it. So you better work yourself to get it.
I wanna give one advice, especially for dancers. And going through this journey, all the career, I find one thing which actually we're teaching a lot of couples. and there is no shortcut in dancing. It's a long journey, it's a patient, and it's a hard work and fully dedication. You cannot do 50-50, and it's no shortcuts. That's for me a big thing, because everybody want to get there quickly, get on with this and go for another thing. If you truly love dancing, it's a long journey and you have to love it.
Go all in.
All in.
All in.
All in,
for
go
sure.
out.
I've always been like this.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any favorite quotes?
Yes. Good dancer, how we finish actually our dancing. Good dancer can move, but the great dancer can move others.
Yeah, that was the one positive way. On the other side, I believe, like, if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. And, you know, it's been always that one. If you don't really think what it could be, and not because to be negative, you know, like you try to be positive, but sometimes the positivity, it's also part of how to recover from the bad side. It's not just about think about positive. And if you get something against that, oh, it's not positive anymore. So yeah, you have to prepare yourself. I think in life, I always said, if you work hard, you've been prized for it.
For sure.
Right.
I think this is amazing quotes. I'm going to meditate on them tonight.
That's what you do if you don't sleep.
I pretty much do when I don't sleep. I try to focus on the breathing and meditation and realize.
That's good. We have such a bad habits with these phones. That's no good.
I'm trying to separate from social media and just focus on what is important nowadays and go back to the old style, so it becomes more creative for me.
That's beautiful.
Absolutely.
I get drifted.
I agree. Yeah, because otherwise you become zombie.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, for sure.
So I have a question, I guess, for advice. I can't talk right now. For advice for the younger generation, because through our dance career, we see that constantly that people didn't get the results they wanted. They split up. They blame each other. They split up. We're very passionate about our dancing. Of course, we get hot-headed and fight. But I personally believe that people that stay together longer are the ones that succeed on the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So if you would give an advice to people, I guess, to young people, like how to stay together, what it is that you have mutually for each other and things like that.
How did you cultivate that happiness?
Yeah, I have advice, and actually I learned from my mistakes, what was before. As a lady, also as a second part, because I know I can relate to many ladies or followers. You are the team together. And even if you have a different point of view or different ideas, so vision, like they say, we have a different visions in dancing. Some people do this. Yes, we do all, but you are the team. Follow your leader, follow the leader.
Follow my leader, leader, follow my leader.
I tried this, okay, I'm gonna do it. I don't feel it, okay, I don't feel it. But then I start to feel, and I got a compliment, and I get actually my own stuff also into. So I think for ladies, we have to be patient. I know it's not easy. We have to do a lot of stuff, much more than a man, but you cannot have two heads. It has to be one head, and you have to be as a team. Exactly. So my advice, zip it up, follow. That's all. You're gonna get there.
And while you're following, do your thing.
No, I know that today you're cooking, so.
Oh, okay, all right.
So what's for dinner?
What's for dinner?
I don't know. You're cooking.
No, you're cooking. What's for dinner?
I'm not cooking. I give you a compliment.
Yesterday she tried cordon bleu.
Oh, I did
Very
cordon
good.
bleu.
Very good.
So Snow, we have to do it. We did something.
I am so excited and I'm ready. I actually got a chance to do the tiramisu, and that was fantastic.
Yeah, we did tiramisu. Zoom tiramisu.
Yeah.
That was a great recipe, guys. by the way, ladies, I'm sorry I didn't share. We cooked together. So
yes.
Yeah, we did.
that doesn't work out. We're preparing, you know, recipes.
New application, dancers and cooking.
Yes,
Wow.
that's what
Right?
It's a
There you
passion,
go.
right? It's
Cooking,
an
sure.
artistry side of
Give
it.
it.
No, Elena, how you said exactly like fantastic words. People has to, as long they can be together, the result is stronger. Like sometimes, unfortunately, the couple split too soon. Like, for example, in our experience, we were lucky because we got the result straight away. We got on the floor, we won the first day, we made a final and we were third of the first competition, Royal Berthold, completely unexpected. We were not expecting anything. And it was beautiful. The problem was the catching up with it. After 3 years, and the famous 7 years after the wedding, 3 years after, we went totally into the crisis because we start to see that we start to lose results. Like we almost get behind the couple that we always beat. And at the time we had to make a choice, and the choice was done to stick on the plan and work harder than before. And after that one probably was the new starting point. But most of the couple stop there because they don't see future, and maybe because they got also the wrong advice. Like other people tell them, yeah, you can split, look for somebody else. It's easy for you to find. You know, for me, it was never easy to find a partner. I always, I had several coaches, one teacher was Espen. And even when I asked him, can you help me to find a partner? Yeah, it's going to be easy for you to find a partner. It wasn't. It was not easy. I had to find the partner. And when I find it, likely was the opportunity to dance with Yulia, I hold it on with it. And it doesn't matter what, since when we had the first practice, we make it work. You know, like it's never like an honeymoon. It's not always an honeymoon, but we make it work, good and bad, whatever it is.
All right. On that note, that was fabulous advice for everybody, and I hope people take it to heart. But we are at the end of our interview right now, and
less than a minute.
Time to say goodbye. We loved having you guys. It was a pleasure. And
thank you so much.
Yes.
Pleasure is ours.
Thank you.
We can have you in the future and, you know, chat a little bit more about different things. And we love you guys. Thank you for coming.
So thank you so much for
Guys,
you.
next time our kitchen is ready.
Yeah,
we can
whatever.
cook something for you. Lasagna I can do, tiramisu. You're welcome.
Perfect.
Okay, I better go to workouts. I guess the food is getting bigger.
For the food. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
Best
bye.
of luck with everything.
bye.